Hello there, folks. Hello there, folks. All right, sounds like our audio is working. All right, sounds like our audio is working. And I'm trying something here. Don't know if it worked or not. Can't tell. All right, hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Got one more thing to click on here and bring it up, but other than that, I think we're good to go. I am whooped. We had to, our dryer died Tuesday night, I think it was, and Monday or Tuesday night. And after some troubleshooting, I think it was the control board, the main control board, and I'd already had that thing apart at least one time, replacing the rollers and the belt tensioner, and my wife decided that was enough spending money on that one, so she decided we needed a new one. So I went and got one today, and then had kind of a little bit of grief putting it together, or getting it put in place. But it is together and working, so I will count that as a win. All right, let's see here. Let's see who we've got in here. Ground Fog. Ground Fog. Marco is here. Joe Kasprick. Neil McKenzie. So I think I said Marco already. Kelly's Mishmash Ramsey's silent, reminding everyone to click that like button, and it does help me out. I appreciate y'all. Marco's link, Tommy's Pocket Check, best channel on TKE's Discord. Awesome, Marco. Thank you. Hey, Robin. Thank you for being here. And let's see. And now I've got now I'm up to where I can start using my my other screen here, and for some reason it's decided to resize itself to ginormous. All right, hang on. It is not wanting to resize here. You little sucker. Well, it is what it is. There is SC Knife Monkey, otherwise known as JW Outdoors now. And Marco's doing the same thing there. And Ramsey says Lincoln Robbins Instagram there. Y'all go check him out. Let's see. Also is linking Kelly's Mishmash and Joe Kasprick. Hope y'all are doing well. I think everything's working. I hope, except for this, except for me. There it goes. I wasn't able to grab the corner of the screen and resize it, so it was like taking up half my monitor over here. And I guess it finally decided to work right. But it wouldn't be a would it be a proper Help with Gadgets Live without some kind of gremlin showing up? I don't know. No, I absolutely am not. My permethrin hasn't come in yet, and I really want that. So, and I still have to get all my gear out and organize it. So, and maybe my next Friday when it starts, maybe. But they are still showing up, at least last couple of days they were still showing up down in the creek bottom behind the house. So we're hopeful. It seems like they always, they wait till they're like the first or second and just disappear on me. So we'll see. They're probably getting fed something yellow um, in a nearby place, and they don't come around. So who knows? We'll see. It is what it is. Are you ready? I think I saw a video you were out scouting around. So I'm scouting via camera. Yeah, the yellow or gold. I'm scouting via camera right now. Just keeping an eye and watching them, seeing what time they're out there. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, it is giveaway night. So if you're a member, you got a chance of winning the monthly giveaway knife, and also participants. And it looks like we've only got about 10 so far. Maybe you want some of the other lives wind down just a little bit. Some other folks will come in here, but we're gonna see what if we can have some fun before that happens. So, got some really cool knives on the table here that aren't mine. Well, some of these are mine, but I've got some cool knives on the table, including Kelly's, or not Kelly's, Mo Patty's Bolt Haptic that I adjusted the detent on, and it is very snappy and very drop shutty. So that one's I like that one. I've had one of those in the past, and there are still some knives that I wish I hadn't got rid of, and that's one of the ones. Even though it's only a single deployment knife, it is really cool. I tend to like things I can mess with. All right, y'all check out SE Knife Monkey. He says he found 4 big toms with 25 hens. Hopefully they will stick around. Otherwise, it's not going to be a whole lot of fun. Well, to me, it's just fun getting in the woods and hearing them. So Kelly says, "Love that knife. You can send it to me. I'm sure Trish won't mind." I better get it over to her, unless she tells me differently. I don't mind, Kelly, but let's see here. Henry G, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Mind of Milton says, "Yo, yo." Hey, Mind of Milton. That's a really pink knife you dropped in the Discord earlier. That's something to behold. That's pretty crazy. Very nice looking. He said, "Well, it sure is, but it won't be pink for long. You got to do some modding on it, huh?" Awesome. I'm also listening to the net here to see if I can check in on this net. And all right, and also um I tried to do the dual stream here. So one stream vertical and one stream horizontal, and I don't think it worked. Pretty sure it didn't, because I'm not seeing it on my phone. It's showing the normal horizontal. So, oh well. Don't think it. Let me check. Let me back up here. And yeah, I don't think that worked for me. Oh well, it is what it is. Kelly Mishmash has been a member for 13 months, says lucky number 13. Mwahaha. Awesome, Kelly. Thank you so much for being a member. And man, it's hard to believe it's been over a year now uh, that been going live, and couldn't do it without you folks. Absolutely. There's TC Blades. Hey man, how are you? Hope you are doing well. I've got to get some knives over to UTC, but we already knew that. I think you got some ones you're working on now that we're going to do some trading off, I think. It's kind of what I gathered, at least. So we'll have to work out the logistics of that before too long. Uh-oh, what we got going on here? Guy from work's messaging me because my boss is sending out emails. Oh, let's see. Mighty Milton says, "What do you think of that Holt, Tommy?" I've had a Holt Spectre, I think it was, as well as a Holt Haptic, and um, the craftsmanship on these things is simply awesome. I actually disassembled and cleaned this one and increased the detent. It was kind of soft, and now it's really good, I think. I do like the haptic. Love the blade shape. The milling lines on these things are, the patterns are just unreal. And then the colors that they get as well. Really good. Angelo, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Me too, man. I had one. It was kind of funny. I hadn't had a lot of anodized knives, and I got a blue one from directly from Holt, and it came in, and I don't know if you guys can see kind of where your fingers have been on a knife that's anodized. Sometimes you'll get a little, you'll get marks, and I thought the knife was messed up. I didn't know, and I thought it was messed up, and I was about ready to contact them and say, "Hey, something's wrong with the anodization on this knife," and cleaned it up and figured out it was my fault. And I actually told Angie what I had done, and she says she has to try very hard uh, not to have any fingerprints on it as she's packing them up, getting them ready to ship out. So I thought that was kind of funny, but it is true. Anytime you've got, well, certain colors that you anodize, they'll show up fingerprints like crazy. TC said, "I like the haptic." Mo Patty has been a member of the Everyday Crew for 6 months. I appreciate that, Mo Patty. Mo Patty's got a couple of knives, three knives on the table here. So it was funny because when I tried this knife here, this is the Mini Evo. I was like, that's interesting, and I got to looking, and I noticed there was a notch. Yeah, come on now. There's a notch cut right there in the back of the knife, so allows for very easy reverse flicking, and that's not how it came, because normally you'd have about that much sticking out. It's kind of hard to get your finger down in there and get get to that opening hole. Whoops, about dropped it. They are very slick. Flipper works just fine, but it's really cool to be able to access that opening hole as well. And we got to chatting, and Trish, I asked Trish about it, and she wasn't aware that it had that opening hole there. So apparently it had been put in at some point in time. So very cool. I like, and it looks really good too. Let's see here. Y'all check out Mo Patty's channel there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mo Patty, let me know if I'm wrong, but I think you said you got 700 subscribers very recently. And so very cool. Mo Patty says she has hers, which is not Billied. We got to chatting and figured Billy had modified his knife to where he could get access to that reverse flicking. So very cool. 751, cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's see what I've missed here. That's very cool. But yes, I tend to like Sharp by Design's design language. The clips, however, I don't know if you guys can, hopefully you guys can see that. They are scratch magnets. I took mine off several times. I had what did I have? I had a newer model, and I can't even remember the name now. Tempest. I just noticed something as well. That clip there. Come on, focus. That clip there is not against the knife. So maybe that was for thicker pockets or something. But yeah, I took it off several times and polished it out because it just scratches. And I saw a comment. Robin was like, they scratch so quickly. And they are. I think this one may have been modified a little bit, the clip as well, because it's not too sharp. Hey, Dwayne Letterman, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Robin said I'd sat and finished mine. Absolutely, you got to. You got to, because it is everyone I've ever seen has got scratches on it. It's just the way it's finished off. Robin says, looks rounded off. Yep. So I've been playing with gadgets today. And once I got that dryer in, everything that you get now is smart for whatever reason. And so I get it in, and it's trying to connect to the factory Wi-Fi, and I cannot get it out of this mode. And so I look up online, and the instructions say to basically do a power cycle and leave it off for 30 seconds, and then turn it on and back off for 30 seconds, and do that a total of 5 times. So I do this, well, at least I think I do. and it's still not working. And so I just turn it back off and walk away for a few minutes and try to read the instructions. And it says if that doesn't work, then turn it off and leave it for 5 minutes. Go back in there and do this power cycle thing 5 times. So you're looking at 30 minutes of turning a breaker on and back off and then waiting for 5 minutes and then doing that 5 times. So I went back in there and turned it on and walked into the laundry room, and it was out of the mode that it was in. So it's always something. That being said, I've got it working, but now I cannot get it to connect to Wi-Fi. It's just not wanting to go into the it's not wanting to find my phone, for one. So it's like, sometimes things are just so much easier if we don't try to bring technology into it. And as you know, I work at a hospital. Everything's electronic now. But the more you see that the bad actors are doing to get into systems that they shouldn't be trying to get into, and just trying to do all these nefarious things, it's like a friend of mine said, it's time to go back to legal pads and pens. But man, I tell you, Mopatty says, I see my Holt. Yep, I was actually showing that off a minute ago. We've got the much snappier detent now. I hope you like it. If not, we can adjust it again. But it's pretty good now, I think. And very smooth closing as well. So we were talking about the workmanship that Holt puts into their knives, that it's just really, really good. Mopatty says, my Holts rarely get pocket time. But they are so nice. Ramses reminds us to smash that like button. It's better than smashing your thumb with a hammer. Yeah, buttons can be aggravating, and these aren't real buttons on the dryer anyways. It's like just a touch button almost. There's not really a tactile response from the button. I think it does make a noise. I hadn't played with it enough to really know, but I think it makes a noise, but that's about it. All right, let's see. Got to hurry up and wait every time my battery dies or change keys. Robin says, I hate non-tactile buttons. Yeah, I'm the same way. I even well, you guys can't see my my keyboard. That's one half of my keyboard. So I can move it around a little bit. To the angle that I need, but it's a mechanical keyboard, and it's got nice sounding switches on the keyboard and all that kind of good stuff. Hey, Tegan, thank you for being here, man. Sean McDonald said, I asked for roll-up windows on my last truck. The guy laughed, and that was 10 years ago. Yeah, they don't really put the old crank windows on a lot of vehicles anymore. And there's something to be said for that stuff. If it goes bad, you can have a whole lot of fun trying to figure out what exactly is going wrong. Whereas when it was a crank, you changed out the innards in it, if you even had to ever do that, and that was it. So, all right. I appreciate you guys that are putting up links for everybody. That helps us out a whole lot. You guys, please check and make sure you are subscribed to any that you may be interested in subscribing to. Um, a lot of times, if you haven't gone into a uh, channel and watched a video or made a comment or something like that, sometimes they will sometimes they'll remove you out of it. And I was actually not really the same thing. I was actually looking for a Facebook page that I haven't noticed in a good long time yesterday, and I don't know why I don't get notifications or it doesn't pop up anymore, but maybe it will now since I've gone to that page. That's right. Whoops. And I clicked on it and then clicked on something else and it went away. Sean McDonald says mechanical broken is obvious most times. Yep. It's either something to do with the gear inside or that the other part that actually carries the window up and down. I don't remember the name, the proper name. It's not regulator. Like that's the part of the if you've got the electric windows, but now everything's crazy. Rachel Jordan, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. Joe Casper says it's called the thingamabob. Absolutely. Um, and now getting older, I'll like, what is that word that I'm trying to figure out what it is. Um, I, I think it's just a part of getting old. Your brain fills up. It can only hold so much, and it just out of there sometimes. Doggone. That's all right, man. Appreciate you being here. Sean McDonald says not all got snow. Absolutely not. It's 9:30 at night, and it's still 65 degrees outside. So no snow here. No snow here. However, I think it's supposed to get chilly again this weekend, and the high is supposed to be 60 on Saturday. But it's a roller coaster right now. Very cool just a few days ago. Back very warm today. I think it was up to around 80. Like Mopedi said, where she's at, it's 8:30 and 81. So still warm. I guess it's probably going across the country. There's still, it's warm. Then there's some cool. So, but it is what it is. It's not spring. Is it springtime yet? I don't think it's quite springtime yet. And even if it is springtime, it could still be cool. I can remember turkey hunting with a pretty heavy jacket on, because it'd be chilly, and that's just fine. That means the mosquitoes might not be out, maybe. But Patty says, "How tomorrow is supposed to be 56." See, I think you said it was 80 right now, and the high tomorrow is supposed to be 56. So it'll cool off drastically overnight, and then not get very warm. Rachel Jordan says it's my first time here, trying to give anyone I watch. I really appreciate that. I know I've seen you in some of the lives, so thank you for being here, and I really appreciate that. Ooh, Sean McDonald says 8:30 and 10 degrees in the Dakotas. Still got safe ice fishing. Wow, that's nuts. That is crazy. I like there's a website called windy.com, and you know you guys know I like gadgets and all that kind of stuff. If it's got something to do with weather, I tend to like it too. In fact, I'll show you guys I'll show you guys this. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And I didn't mean to do that either. I don't know if you guys, I was listening to a video about running identical benchmarks on Windows and Linux. And then I've also got all the stuff up here. I'm trying to make plans for Blade Show. Need to get a hotel. And we were talking about Wendy though. Let's see if I can pull that up and pull it across here. Let me make that smaller and bring that up right here. All right. So there you go. So this is windy, and you can go over here to temperature, and then you can see, let me get this out of the way. You can see what the temperature is in the different areas of the country. So we've got 70s down here just south of us in the capital of Colombia. And then as was mentioned, up in the Dakotas, like you said, it was in the 10s. And it's just nuts. I mean, Grand Forks 16, just absolutely nuts. But you've got those areas, and then over, of course, over into Idaho as well, and into Yellowstone. And then you can also do stuff like this. You can go and look at snow depth and see where there's still some huge pockets of snow. And then you can also look at the wind and see how stiff the wind might be. I really like that page because you can do a lot of different stuff. You can look at the weather radar, and apparently you guys up in the Northeast are getting a little bit of weather, a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow. So there you go. All right, let me transition everything back over. Look at that. Would you look at that? I mean, I've got video working, I've got audio working, I've able to transition screens. Where's that where's Ryan Crow when you need him? Whoa. I'm missing some of the conversation here. Tell Mr. Eddie he needs to get on the live instead of trying to do Instagram calls. All right, let's see. Ramsey says, help a brother out. Please like and subscribe to Robin. Neil McKenzie says, no such thing as spring in Arizona. It's already summer. Yeah, I've heard. It's I didn't even scroll out there, did I? Dog One says, hey, hiya, Mish. Did your new knives come in? Mo Patty says, Rachel, help with gadgets is cheap entertainment. Oh, thanks, Mo Patty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I am planning on going to Atlanta. I haven't bought my tickets yet, so I've got to do that. And then I've got to get a hotel room. I was asking my wife earlier if we had that budgeted for me to get a hotel room. The good thing is I will only need it that one night because I'll plan to drive in on Friday morning. I think you can't get in till like 11 o'clock, so that's plenty of time for me to drive in. It only takes about 2.5 hours, so I won't have to leave super early. and then I don't like standing in the line anyways. Last year it was just I got there in time just to walk right in, and so that was cool. Um, but then I'll just stay that night, and then after the show ends on at about, I think it usually ends about 4 or 5 on Saturday evening, I'll turn around and drive back home, and should get there before too late, depending on traffic, if it's not too bad. But I've got alternative routes that I can take as well. So if I can get off the interstate, I should be good to go. But yes, I do plan on going to Atlanta. There's Jim Cox. Thank you for being here. Let me see if I can check in right quick. Net control. Good evening. Please check in Kilo 4 X-ray Bravo. That's K4XB. My name's Tommy. Also, please check in Kilo Quebec 4. To be determined, KQ4TBD. That's Miss Angela. Both here in Southern Greenville County. Be negative and negative. Good evening to you, Al, and everyone on that. All right. Well, see, that's the cool thing, dog one. Uh, I thought about changing the name at one point in time to something besides Gadgets because I've had help with Gadgets website. Well, it's not really a website. I've had the domain for quite a while, and so I think I started the YouTube channel a long time ago as Help with Gadgets. Anyhow, once I got started up, I was like, maybe I need to change that to something else. And but then I got to thinking, knives are gadgets, and there's all these other gadgets that we have that are gadgets as well. I mean, you got pry bars, you got the you got wallets that have buttons in them that you have you push up the cards. Plus, you have this tracking card that you can put in your wallet that is solar powered. It connects to your phone. You can track it. I mean, there's all kinds of gadgets that are associated with our hobby. So I decided to leave it there. Dog one, it's always great to see you, says Ramses. I agree. Jim Cox says you could be a YouTuber. Maybe one day, Jim. Maybe one day. Oh, he's asking me a question. Hey, Al, that's going to be the next VAE session will be April the 7th, if I'm looking at the calendar correctly. April 7th, K4XB. That's one of the reasons that I changed my lives from Tuesday to Thursdays as well, is because the VE sessions, the testing sessions, are on Tuesdays, and that's been that way for a long time. And I'm in charge of that, so I have to try to. I'd either have to try to get home really quickly after that, and then the second Tuesday of the month is our regular ham radio meeting, and so then I ended up leaving early from that several times just so I could make it. So that was one of the reasons to change that. And again, the ham radio stuff is a lot of gadgets as well. So I like gadgets. My I've worked in the corporate compliance department for 7 years now. About 7 years, I guess. Maybe more than that. Anyhow, um, they my team members put up a Inspector Gadget cartoon on my door at work. So um, it's just I like gadgets. Hey, Paul Mills, thank you for being here. And I'm missing y'all. I'm way behind on I'm 5 minutes behind on you guys. Let's see here. There's a whole lot of hellos and all that good stuff. One says software powers the gadgets. Absolutely. Yeah, I started to embrace it. I put it on my. I wasn't showing my face on video last year, and so when I went to when I went to Blade Show, I actually geeked out and got some t-shirts with my logo on it, and so that I could meet folks that I knew from from being on lives and all. But I'm just gonna wear regular t-shirts this year and not be such a nerd. But I like Joe Casper says April 7th. That's my birthday. Well, happy early birthday, sir. And because I'm not sure I'll remember it, but happy birthday. Matt Conklin, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. And if I've missed anyone, I apologize. Matt says, what are y'all currently flicking? Well, I had today. Well, let me back up a little bit on that. Y'all go leave your carry in the Discord channel, which Marco said was the best channel on TKE's server. Y'all go drop your pocket checks on the HWG Live pocket check. If you don't want to do that and you want to list what you're carrying here in chat, that's very cool as well. As for me today, I had something that I got in. I don't know that I had this one last live, but I finally got a Thunder Beast, and I'm liking some things about it, but I'm also not liking some things about it. The clip is not great, in my opinion. Well, it's not showing up really good. There you go. Clip's not great. We're going in pocket. Opening methods are really good. You do have to get this button pushed in pretty good, in my opinion. But the opening methods work really well. I did take that one apart and clean it, and I'm fairly disappointed with the bearings on there. The stock bearings are not real good, and I've checked for some aftermarket bearings for this, and they are out of stock. So I'm gonna have to keep looking for those. All right, let's see. But y'all drop what you're carrying either in the Discord or here in chat. Matt Conklin says, I'll take my Leatherman Sidekick over any folder. And for many years, well, let's see if I've got one here still in me. I do. For many years, this was my carry, and I may or may not have had a belt holster for it. But if you look really carefully here, you'll see some a logo that's slightly worn. But as you can see, this thing has been used a lot, and I don't use it anymore. I think I keep one in the truck just for. But when I worked on an assembly line, not an assembly line, but I ran a set of presses in a tantalum manufacturing not titanium, tantalum manufacturing plant making electronic components. So, but I used to carry one of those. And so again, gadgets. But in this case, I was working at a metal fabrication shop. This has got to be it's got to be early 90s. It's yeah, early 90s. I was working in a metal fabrication shop, and the Mac tool truck came around, so that's where a lot of my paycheck went, was getting tools, because that's just it's not, if you, some of you guys probably know, it's not cool that they come to your shop or wherever you're at with these all these cool tools and gadgets like Leatherman's, and I've had it for years. Edge Time says, as I always say, help with gadgets refers not to what Tommy gives, but what he desperately needs. He's so funny, Edge Time. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think. All right, man. Edge Time just posted a video on the Discord, so thank you for doing that. Jim Cox says, flicking my magnificent beast. I've seen pictures of that knife, and it looks pretty cool. Matt Conklin says, currently flicking my Spyderco Manix 2 Cobalt Blue G10. I don't have the Cobalt Blue, but I've got the lightweight blue with the S110V. And I've thought about getting aftermarket scales for that one. I have not. Edge Time says, Hinder Eclipse skinny slasher for me today, and I think that's pretty much what he posted up on the Discord. Rachel Jordan's telling. See, I don't forget Joe Kasprick. Happy early birthday. Jim Cox says, be a nerd. You might meet folks who know the screen name but don't know your face. Absolutely. But the shirts weren't that great either. So we'll figure out something. I've still got to get my hotel room for there. And it's crazy. It seems like the last 2 years I have got hotels, and then the next year the hotel is priced way out of my what I'm willing to spend for a night at the hotel. So I've got to find another place. And I'm not in the hotel right there at the, was it the Waverly, I think. I'm not paying for that. Excuse me. We have a little bit of pollen floating around here. Wait a minute. What did I see something? Oh, TK. I mentioned TK's Discord. Jim Cox says, name sounds familiar, but I can't place it. I know. He's he may show up from time to time. But you never know. Paul Mills says 8020S and my bug out. Yeah, we like to have knives in hand. It's too handy. I actually use this one to decimate the box the dryer came in, and was really pleased at how it performed. That's a really good knife, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, y'all. I think they did pretty good on the HRC as well. I don't know if you guys have seen. I could actually show that. Let me show that. Let me pull that up. Let's see if I can find it first. But there's I happened to see a cool. I got so many tabs open, it's not funny. Oh, here we go. let's switch back over. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but it says steelhardnesslab.com, and I can go actually, let's see. I was looking at the database there, but let's go back to the Steel Hardness Labs. And now it's not going to want to load. There it goes. All right. So what they've done is apparently they've tested the steel hardness on a bunch of different knives. So you can actually go in here and look at the total test, the brands that are tested, steel types, average HRCs. You can go down here for achievement badges about which ones are the wild cards, most unpredictable, overachievers, or underachievers. So it's pretty interesting to go through and look at the database. But you can look for the total test and look for what the hardest HRC that they measured is. And in some cases, it's multiple knives that they've done. But apparently, the Sage 5 lightweight with a Rex 121 is the highest so far. And then they've got it in green for the ones that are really good, and then there's a little bit of a lighter green there for ones that are still good but not quite as. And then scroll on down, and you get into the yellows, which are, I mean, you're looking at some big name. You're looking at big name makers here. Keep on scrolling. I mean, they've got a lot of knives they have tested. But then they get on down here, and there's actually a red section. And again, it's not just what you would consider budget knives. It's you got some Spydercos that are showing up with 154 with BD1N. Some Vostides there, Open L. But scroll on down. There's the Ozark Trails that didn't fare so well. But the lowest one I guess they've measured is actually a Kershaw hot wire. So I thought that was a very interesting, somewhat nerdy website. But you can check that out. Again, I will let me get this, and excuse me. I'll go ahead and link that as well in case any of you guys want to check that out. Thought that was pretty cool. All right, let's get back over to the, whoops. Get back over to the desktop there. And let me catch up on chat, because I'm pretty sure that whatever I said right then, I got way out of track with what was going on in chat. Sean McDonald says, fancy day, right? Venom 3. Very cool. Y'all check out Edge Time YouTube channel there. Well, Patty says she was carrying the Mini Freak. Jim Cox says Tack Knives, magnificent beast. Takes odd bearings that Skiff doesn't make, but they work well and are double rug. And you know, there's some knives that it's not much of an upgrade at all for putting Skiffs in, because they come with nice bearings. This one I wasn't impressed with. Take a look at it when I get that video up. I don't know when that'll be. Matt Conklin says, Mo Patty got my dad a Super Freak for his retirement. Very cool. And Matt says, can't wait to gift it to him next month. Very nice. Ramses is carrying some of his normal things. Leatherman Arc, Sog Power Pint, Demco 20.5 in AUS 10, Spyderco Bodacious S30V, Spyderco Shaman M4, Real Steel Slip Joint in N690. But big change coming tomorrow. Uh-oh. Very cool. Jim Cox says, I don't know where I put my Sog Power pliers. I sometimes carry, or well, I don't carry it very much, but I use a smooth jaw plier, and I lost what the name was of it was. Oh well. Matt Conklin said that's the one he's getting his dad is super special. Rachel Jordan helped him. Very cool. Jim Cox says, I have a couple sets from when they were made in the USA, the Sog Power pliers, I'm assuming. Patty says, I have to mod my Manix 2 salt tomorrow. Excuse me. Sinuses. And Jim Cox wants to know what he's doing to it. There's that TKAE guy. He did show up. About to get in the shower. I want to give everyone a very heartfelt and hush, mister. I thought he was going to do something nice, and he said, hush, mister. Wow. Paul Mill says, TKE, my predator bro. Jim Cox says, you are new here. Welcome in the Night's Edge. There's Marco linking TKE. Ramsey's linking TKE as well. Very cool. But Patty says, replacing the scales and putting the cage bearings in it. Very cool. Do you guys know, I've seen that you can replace the cages on the non-lightweight versions. Can you replace the cages on the lightweight version? Because I know I can switch to a different scale, but can I switch the cage as well? Y'all let me know if you know. Ramsey says, check out Bluminati here. Does Bluminati? Did I miss him? Or you just preemptively posted him? That may be the case. I gotta hurry. I'm getting behind, and I'm going to not be able to see the chat here. Well, yep. There's Bluminati. So I must have missed something there. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's why I missed it. I'm going to keep going. All right, let's see. TK says shed is almost 16% finished. Oh, me. Oh. One says, then ergonomics bit the hardness and still nerds wept. Oh, man. Mo Patty says, TK, do I need to come help you? By help, I mean nag at you. Absolutely. Illuminati says 97 today, 55 tomorrow. That's what we were just talking about. It's a roller coaster right now, y'all. Dog One says to see the Manix 2 lightweight test that tells me that one of the best work tools is a softie. Well, that's the BD1N though now. Some of the other ones were pretty hard. I think the S110V was supposed to be fairly decent. But it just goes to show you. I assume this is assuming that the folks running that website, that their measuring instruments are properly calibrated and all that good stuff too. So there's Mallory. Hey Dylan, hope you're doing well. Bo Patty says, Marco, get on TKE. Tell him my lives are boring. He needs to come back now. Oh, I think you've been doing just fine, Mo Patty. There's Marco dropping Dylan's channel, and it just jumped on me. There's Rachel. Jordan says, good night, everyone. Thank you for being here, Rachel. Really appreciate it. TK says, didn't have a spot to do lives in new place. Girlfriend paid a contract to build me a knife shed complete with soundproof and all, but he got ill and had family troubles, so it's slow going. TK says, promise I'll be back as soon as possible. TK says, also says, may have to do an impromptu truck vertical or something sometime soon, though. Good luck at being off the hook. You shouldn't let him off the hook, Trish. No way. TK needs to have a little bit of. He needs to be the recipient of a little bit of grief, in my opinion. Roger Baker, thank you for being here, man. Matt Moore, thank you for being here. Henry G says, who's that TKE you folks are speaking of? Is it, well, back in the day, he was pretty popular YouTuber, but something happened and he's kind of stepped to the side just a little bit, just a tad, not much. I mean, he's still there, but he's just kind of in the shadows a little bit right now. Do not do a vertical driving your truck and reading the chat. Don't do that, please. All right. Tell me, Trish, you tell that shipping sloth what for. I'd just do it on purpose for you, TK. It's just the way it is. I'm going to give you some grief. Absolutely going to give you some grief after what you do to me. Joke's on you, I don't read. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, sir. I'm going to try to find a decent priced. I don't want something that I'm going to be scared to go to sleep. But I also don't want something that's $400 a night. So I'm trying to find a happy medium, even if it is a couple of miles away. And I'm planning on driving anyway, so it's not a problem. So I had to go into work today where I work at a hospital, and I'm in the employee health. They have us doing a yearly health assessment, and I look up and here comes a puppy. I say puppy, but I think he's about 11 years old. Has a name badge and everything. Technically works at the hospital, or his handler is a volunteer at the hospital. Apparently used to be a doctor, from what I gathered. So that was very cool. That was very cool, and he I got to see a dog at work. So all right, let's see. TKE says, allegedly I had the RASK sold, but the buyer opted out when I told him his box COA was coming from Help with Catches. He allegedly literally told me they would release a RASK V3 by the time he ships that. You know, I was planning on shipping it tomorrow. Past tense. Let's see here. Hey, there's Orbital Knives in the house. Hey, Eddie. He says, I see the Callisto there. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I don't have a large version, but I do have the small version. Wheezy says the dog, and by the way, thank you for being here, Wheezy. The dog or the handler, apparently the handler used to be a doctor because they were calling him Dr. Such and Such. I didn't know him. Um, but it was cool to have him there. Apparently he goes around and visits the kids and everything else. So, that was really cool. In fact, I actually got a card. Where is that card at? I don't know where it got to now, but he actually gave me a card. The dog has its own. The dog has its own calling card, um, and I can't find it now. Don't know what I did with it, but has all the pertinent information about the dog. It's really cool. I said it was shipping tomorrow, TKE. Um, there's the Callisto that Eddie designed. That's Orbital Knives Company. Oh, well, there you go. Check that out. Very snappy. Very snappy knife. Very cool. And titanium pocket clip too. So very nice. Henry G says, can't wait for that TK character to get back. I've missed being abusive on Saturday morning, although it was a bit early for me. Wheezy says, my wife is a nurse in memory care. It's awesome. People never forget their love for dogs. It's just, yeah, it's something else. The way that, the way dogs can calm folks down and everything else, some folks down, some folks freak out, but others it's just like, it was very cool. He came in, I said, are we allowed to pet him? He said, of course. So, I gave him some loving, and he actually just laid down right on my feet while we were standing there talking. So I was actually sitting there because I was getting my blood pressure taken. But that was very cool. TK says, TK's being not nice now. Hush, mister, and behave yourself. Kelly says, Brian loves his Callisto XL we picked up. TK says, Orbital, send me a knife. Come on, one for the hat spin. Eddie said you had to be a current YouTuber, not a has-been YouTuber, TK. One says, I was at Home Depot and a stalker woman about 55 had a comfort dog laying beside her. Absolutely. And I've seen something online about a veteran that had PTSD, and Lowe's hired both the guy and his service dog. So very cool. But Patty says, I'm a current, you're a loss. There was a guy on there that was just a lot of mouth too, wasn't there? I'm sorry, TK. Oh man, Mick Ranger, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Let me get some of these knives off the table. How did it get 10 o'clock already? All right. Let's get some of these knives off the table, and then we'll divvy up some swag to go in the giveaway bags, and then we'll do the giveaway here in a few minutes. All right. This is Attack Knives. Wait a minute. Mini Marlin. No, TK, you haven't sent me any more giveaway knives. These are not the giveaway knife. Well, one of them's the giveaway knife, but all right. This is the Attack Knives Mini Marlin. Checking out that from Fred the Lug. What else we got here? We've got the Vasti Croc. This is the smaller version. This is the 2.99 inch blade. There is a larger version of that I haven't got to check out yet, but I didn't like any of the colorways that on the new one, so I did not order one. This is the Vastid Thunder Beast, and that's a really cool knife. It's a good size knife as well, and enjoying getting that one broken in. Not quite broken in yet. That one has been in pocket a good bit lately. This is Mopatty's Mini Evo. Jim Cox, they did make a large croc. It was 3.3 inch, 3.29 inch on the blade length. Released it just a few days ago, and I think that's going to be awesome. But again, I didn't care for the colorways on that one. All right, got a couple of American Blade Works on the table. This being the Slippy, very cool knife. If y'all haven't checked out American Blade Works, check them out. Very cool knives. And also this one here. This is American Blade Works. This is the Model 3 Auto. Now, for those of you that love the blade shape and the handle shape and all that, well, he just dropped some manual versions of this with a thumb stud, and they're already sold out. But I'm sure he's probably going to get some more of them. I do plan to get one. And MagnaCut on the blade, I'm pretty sure. This one's MagnaCut. I think the new ones are MagnaCut. These are aluminum scales with a very hard coating on there. I've carried this knife a good bit, and you cannot. Well, you can see the clip. We were talking about clips a while ago. You can see the clip, but look at the scales themselves. So American made, they're gonna, from what I saw, are $250. This is my old Kaiser Sparrow, and to me, this is one of the snappiest Sparrows that I have snappiest Kaiser knives that I have experienced. I really like this. It just has a good snappy action to it. It did have a flipper tab that was a good bit bigger than this, and I can't even I can't even get to the little flipper now. But Mr. Eddie, not Orbital Knives Eddie, but Mr. Eddie modified that one a bit for me. This is the Monterey Bay Knives Wolverine that we did an anodization project on one night on a live, if I do recall correctly. So I got some knives with some color out today. And this is the aforementioned Callisto by Orbital Knives, who was in here, is in here, might be in here. That's Eddie from Orbital Knives. Very nice knife. I want to point out the access to the lock bar on this knife. This isn't a big knife, but it is a very comfortable knife, and it is a very fidget-friendly knife. And a good part of that's that access to that lock bar. And also the length of this opening hole allows for a very nice reverse flick. And then you also got a titanium clip that works very well. So, very cool. Another one of Mopatty's knives. This is the Kunwu Compadre. A little bit smaller version of the Padre. I actually had the Padre. This one's just a tad smaller, like a 3-inch blade, but still feels really good in hand. Another snappy knife that has a front flipper as well as reverse flicking, and you can thumb flick it as well. So very cool knife. What else we got? This is, oops, I pulled my mat out of the way a little bit. This is a North Arms Skaha, and just notice that grind lines or milling lines on the blade, and you can see how it goes up here into the swedge. Just very cool. Very nice little knife. Made here in North America, up in the Canadian region. This is a Asher A-Lock, and really liking this knife. This knife has been in pocket a lot as of late. Great action on this knife. I'm not usually a thumb stud person, but this one works really well. Top liner lock there. You can reverse flick off of the thumb stud. You can reverse flick off of the fuller there, and forward choil, so you can get a good grip on it. Hollow grind, thin behind the edge. It's just a great, great knife, in my opinion. There's Mopatty's aforementioned haptic. Very cool. Very nice knife. They have some great clips too. Set that one over there. This is the made version of this. One of the giveaway, one of the potential things that you can pick from if you are the participant winner tonight. Trying to think how we might be doing. We'll figure this out. All right. So that's that. Let me slide that over. And then this is going to be the giveaway knife for tonight. This is actually one of the Ozark Trails. This is the black handle one. I ended up with several of them, just playing with them. I'm gonna keep some of them around. I've got the aluminum Tanto version, of which I'm going to keep around, and as well as the original, the OG one, the orange one. But this is the one that we're going to give away tonight. But let's go ahead and get out our sticker box and get a couple of, trying to figure out what that was doing in there. Get a couple of stacks of stickers going on here and see who we can find here. We'll start out with a couple of Help with Gadgets stickers. You know what? I better catch up with the chat here. Because if not, I may be missing something important you guys are saying. And that didn't do what it was supposed to. Okay. All right. Me taking my spy bag would be like replacing Jurassic Park with Amos and Andy reruns. Oh, me. So Patty says, oh, you will get it back. Maybe. Jim says they made a large crack. Yes. Croc 329. Yep, that's it, Jim. Dog one says, I like that slip. It's gone. Yep. That's a neat little slippy. TK says, been trying to get my Instagram to 1,000 before I return. Only 997 to go. Oh, me. Also, the best way to contact me about having your knife featured in a nice short till the shed's done. Y'all check out TKE. Jim Cott says they have camo carbon inlays. Mick Ranger says, I think he's talking about the American Blade Works, and I want that so bad in manual. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I want one of those too. Sean McDonald says, I like the shoot foot ever since I got a Kaiser Clipper front flip too. TK says, taking pics for Instagram is fun, as it turns out way easier than putting out a long form video daily and doing a 3-hour live every week. I think you're probably still talking about that American Blade Works one, I'm guessing. Could be wrong. Mick says, I'm spazzing over that knife, but they did it in titanium, but they do look great in aluminum. Yeah, and the cool thing is he's got it coated with this super hard, some kind of anodization that they do on it that is really tough. So very cool. Jim Cox says sparrows are awesome. See, I'm getting way behind here. Try channel members when I return. The day I do my first live from the shed, I'm doing a members giveaway for the ones that stuck it out with a hiatus. All right, TK, have a good one, man. If I win, ship it with the Rask if you're still able to drive when that day comes. Well, hey, hang on if you're still here. I'm thinking tonight we might just do a members that are here giveaway. Normally it's a everybody, but we might do something a little bit different. Ramsey says, I got to go get my brother in 15. We listening, getting ready to go. Okay, man. No worries. Jim Cox says, I'm still a member, but not sure how long I can hold out, TK. He's waiting for the hottest day to start back up. Yeah. Yes, I'm actually sending a couple for TK to check out. I give him a hard time, but then I'll send him a couple to check out. But I am going to miss this knife a lot. That is, I mean it. It's been in pocket a lot. He's never doing this giveaway. TK says, P.S. Mopedi never sends me anything. She prefers active. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, let's see here. Gabe Harlan, thank you for being here, man. You be nice, TK. Hush, mister. Y'all check out Kane Miranda. It's YouTube. Oh, Patty, Trish, are you just figuring that out about TK? Oh, me. I think you are. I think I saw something that you said in somebody else's live about that. There is Mr. Eddie, by the way. Hey, Mr. Eddie. TK was just here. Mo Patty gives me a hard time than says Mr. Eddie and Tommy knows. It's a 8-8. Wow. Look at that. I was sending him some knives tomorrow. We'll see. All right, let's see if we can find some. See if we can find a few stickers to add here. Let's see, do a DB Customs on that one. We'll do a couple of dark water stickers here. Some odd person there. Oh, that was TKE's, wasn't it? Wow, there's an old TKE one. We'll throw that one in there as well. We'll put a DLT trading one over here. A ODC for EDC one there. An El Navajero there. There's a Full Tang Clan Smoky Mountain Knife Works. There's a BEDC one right there. I think I've got another BEDC one. We'll stick that one over here. There's a TKL. There's a Kelly's Mishmash, but I think I've got a lot more over here because I got to pull out. I've got to pull out some of the goodies out of there as well. There's a Nocturne Knives and a One Track Mind. There's that Ryan Crow dude. Let's see. I'll even throw a Devo Knives one in there. Let's go ahead and put a couple of Kelly's stickers there. And let's see. There's a weld and carry, and let's do a blessed knife. Okay. So, oh, wait a minute. There's a Fred the Lug. Let's see. Any more that I have here? There's a New Breed EDC. We'll put one of Mark Luke 10 Techs. Luke 10 Techs there. Let's put a couple of zipper pulls out here. And there's a keychain for that one. And a keychain for that one. So, all right, very cool. Okay. All right, normally I do the wheel, but I think we're going to do the numbers game tonight on the members giveaway. So the ones that are here that are members, and let me get a piece of paper and write down, let's see. Let's do this way. All right, I've got a number. And fold it up and set it here. Actually, under the knife. Let me catch up with the chat because once you guys do this, I'm going to have to make sure that make sure we got enough room to be able to look back through there. Mr. Eddie said, TK Moped gift me knives. Get it right. Oh, me. Here they go. Here they go back and forth now. Hey, Metal Relic Art, thank you for being here, man. Can't post up some of the stuff that's being said now. Let's see here. TKE got filtered. Did somebody? Oh, here we go. Oh, me. Does Weld have a t-shirt? That I don't know, dog one. All right. All right, you guys. So rules, you must be a member and must be 18 and all that kind of good stuff. One guess and one guess only. Again, this is just for the members. This first one's for members, then we'll do one for everybody. One guess only. Closest without going over. And the decision of my mods and myself is final. The range is from 1 to 100. So it's from 1 to 100. If somebody can put up start signs, we will start. And not yet. So somebody put up some start signs. There you go. There's blue. And there's the green light. Y'all put in the range 1 to 100, closest without going over. Ramses, I normally do too. I cannot. Usually I guess whatever the just furthest away. Again, this is members. So if you've got a star, you can do that, and we'll let it go for a few more minutes here. We'll change it up a little bit from time to time, but I do like using the wheel, and I like running the list from everybody. But we'll change it up a little bit here. So again, if you remember, range is 1 to 100. Blue's put it up there. You guys are awesome. Scroll up a little bit, TKE. One guess, one account, closest without going over. U.S. shipping, 18-year-old, ties to a second round. Tommy screen fine. There we go. No decimals. No decimals, TKE. And if you guess again, I've already seen you guessed one time. If you guess again, you're going to be disqualified. Them's the rules. No decimals, no fractions. And why are you guys doing it for TKE? He's not special. That's okay. JW Outdoors, no worries. We'll do it. We'll do that in just a minute. You can go right ahead, TK. Use a letter if you want to. This is a members only. We'll do a everybody one just here in a few minutes. That's right. If you get the same, it's a knife off. Jim Cox says he's as special as they get. That's true. Well, seeing as you've already guessed, you would be disqualified, sir. What is your favorite plant? All right. Blue, if you would, give it another 30 seconds or so and put some stop signs up there. It's disqualified. Oh me. Did Neil do multiple? Did TK do multiple? Oh my. Well, he says, TK, you need to input your answers in hexadecimal format. And there is the stop signs. Let's see here. All right, you guys are gonna have to help me out here. I think I saw something, but so 88 was the number that I had written down. Who who is closest there? Let me scroll back to the front and look. Mr. Eddie had 74. There was a 40. Let's see. TKE had 87, which is pretty close. Robin said no TKEs allowed. All right, so are y'all seeing the same thing? Jim Cox says rigged. Oh, me. Mr. Eddie says Apex Carry is the winner. TK's disqualified. Oh, me. Oh. And you said, no way TK won. Wow. It was funny because there were several folks that were playing for TKE. TKE says, well. Ramsey says, yeah, I lost, so I did good. Congrats. Oh, me. Dog one says, collusion. And TK says, now he gets free shipping for yeah, I got to ship him stuff anyways. Rigged. You're not supposed to say it's rigged. Oh, man. You guys are something else. All right, let's do the other giveaway, and that's going to be for a 3D printed item, whether it be we've got the knife stand, we've got the knife kit. I'm getting some more of these made, but I don't have any extras right now. I don't think of the drivers. Okay, so I'm going to do another range here. Y'all can't see, can you? All right. All right. I've got a number here. We're going to do a range of 200 to 300. So range of 200 to 300. Blue's posted up the link there, or the rules there. One guess, one account, closest without going over. Shipping 18-year-old ties to second round. Tommy Screen's final range is 200 to 300. Y'all can go. And we'll let that run for a few minutes. Oh. This is why we don't do the numbers game. Oh. No, what I need to do is do the numbers game, but then do a random number picker. I think that would be the fairest if I do a numbers game again. All right, let's see what we got here. I forgot what I think I remember what I did. Oh me. Ramsey's DFKS into Mr. Eddie. Mix doing the same for Mo Patty. Now this is for everybody. No, Milton, a hug from Mr. Eddie. A hug from Mr. Eddie. Now we're playing for the items, the 3D printed items, and this is the one that everybody that's here present can play in. So y'all get your guesses in. Robbins DSKFS and for Matt Moore. Jay Corskadden, thank you for being here, man. He's playing for Marco. Send it to Ramses or else. Are you DSKF into Ramses TKE? Luminice is 3D printed goodies. And I think Blue does some 3D printing as well. That is not true. Milton says I get those all the time. Hugs from Eddie. Okay, yeah. JW Outdoor says I want the bit driver. I've got to get some more of those made. My son-in-law was waiting for some parts to come in for his printer. Yes, Ramsey's final answer. I missed something in that conversation. I do not know what happened. Jim Cox says, I like to do some 3D print, but I need to be able to make some money at it. Okay, Bluminati, give it another 30 seconds or so and then put up those stop signs. Blue says, I don't 3D print, I laser. Very cool. You unhushed me now, Mister. Did somebody hush him? I didn't do that. I did not do that. Yep, those designs, the clip designs, really cool. I've got it on. Where's my Asher little buddy at? Where did I do with it? Well, it was somewhere around here, but I don't see it now. All right, there is the stop sign. Let's see what our number was. And I was really original on that one. So 200 to 300, the number was 234. Let me put that up here where y'all can see. 234. My writing is horrible too. But let's see who's redacted. Oh man, let's see who got it. Ooh, that was Bo Patty was just over. Mind of Milton 231. Mind of Milton's 231. Let's see. Sean McDonald just went over just a little bit. Matt Mars 230. but I think, let's see. Well, 231. Let's see. There was a lot around that 230. 210, David Letterman. Dwayne Letterman. Sorry, Dwayne. Did I miss anybody? 231 looks like Milton. Was there somebody that had anything closer? Let me look over here. It's already scrolled past on that. 230. Okay, that one was just over. Thought I'd seen another one, but I don't see it now. Hmm. All right, who did you guys see? Mind of Milton? That's whoop. It jumped for some reason there. Something happened with my stream thing there. Wait a minute, what happened here? My stream jumped like crazy, and now it's not Dwayne, it's David. So Mind of Milton says I already have those items if it's me DKF to Apex carry. It's 20. Apex already won. Apex says give it to Matt Moore. Is that right? Yeah, the something happened with the with my text over here. I'm having to look at a different screen. This is fun. Almost as much fun as Kazoo. Robin, come on, man. Look at Jay's comment. Mom to Apex to Matt. Yeah. Okay. Don't try to confuse me anymore. Oh man. Okay. I don't know. I think I like the wheel. I think I like the wheel better. There got to be a little bit of confusion there because I thought I saw something and then I couldn't find it anymore. But you guys confirmed what I was seeing. So then Milton gave it to Robin and Robin to Matt Moore. So Matt, contact me please on Instagram and give me your information. And then, wait a minute. DK actually DKSF'd it to somebody else, and I'm not. I'll have to look in. I'll have to look and figure out who he gave it to. Was it Ramses? Was that right? TK says, TK says, happy birthday, Milton. Oh, brother, here we go. Jim Crow says, it's like a lateral in football. Way more fun this way. It may be, but it's amusing. Oh, me. Oh, Patty says, I cannot time anyone out. I'm just watching and laughing. Oh. How in the world have we gone almost 2 hours here? So Apex said, wait a minute, what? The other one went to Ramses. This one went to Matt. Okay. All right. Jay Corscan says, I can solve this, send everything to me. No, it's funny. I'm not confused. I'm good. I'm just laughing at y'all. That's hilarious. Henry says, hot potato two, potato more. uh there's a reason you get hushed, TKE. There's absolutely a reason that you get hushed. Ah, that's awesome. All right, you guys. And then the for some reason this social stream is going nuts tonight. It just backed up. Jay Corskadden says, Matt Moore, yes, help with gadgets at gmail.com. I can be reached there as well. Jay Corskadden says, I blame Zach for all this confusion. Absolutely. And I keep trying to win one on Zach, and it's just, I've got close a couple of times, but it just doesn't. The numbers game, I just don't do a good job at trying to pick it. Robin says, I mean, he is pretty much the most entertaining thing this side of the Mississippi. Oh, me. I didn't even do the pocket checks yet, Milton. See, y'all confused me. I need to go do that right quick. Thank you for keeping me straight there. And it's easy enough to do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's look at what we've got in for the pocket checks. Let's see. Okay, we did that one last time. That's Mind of Milton's new knife came in today, I do believe. Very cool, very pink. Oops. It's not moving around on me. Come on. It's not showing up on that screen very well, I don't think. Let's fix this. If you see me bobbing my head, it's because I can't see I got a camera right here now. I can't see the screen, so well, that's pretty cool there, Milton. Very nice. And from what I heard, he said he was not going to be pink for long. And then Robin Dallin has Vulcan Darkstar plus the Sandbar Sabotage. Some very cool picks there. And then Robin likes carrying that Vulcan as well. That's a really nice knife. I need to pick up another Vulcan. He's got some good designs. Jim Cox has I think that's the beast there in the middle, I think. Or no, wait a minute. What you got there, Jim? Did he say in the... Nope. I've lost you guys. There was a there's... Chat is going crazy. It is messing me up here. Congratulations, TK. What? Yeah, congratulations for something, I'm guessing. Matt hasn't chosen yet, but he gets a choice of whether he wants the driver, the knife kit, or the stand. We'll figure that part out. Why is this doing this? J. Corscadden says, I finally received the mini Adira one from Zach on SKL. Took my proxy a month to get it to me. Wow. At least you got it. It's what Mopetti said. Mighty Milton, no judging. But that's a bright one, man. Robin said, that's an awfully pink knife. Wow, too, baby. Says they will be dyed tomorrow. It looks like a very cool knife. I mean, it is bright, but hey, that works too. I've got an orange handled knife. I've got two orange handled knives. Jim Cox says, don't be scared to leave it pink. Look at that grind. All right. Milton says, my first HMC. Robin says, G10 kills me for the price, though. Why not something a little more exotic? Jay says, Mopetti, my proxy is Tri-State. Said do a review on it. Find a box big enough to ship. He got me hooked on Vulcan. Oh, yeah. I blame Mr. Eddie. He got me hooked on Vulcan. Yep. Mr. Eddie was a good ambassador for Vulcan, for sure. TK says, good night. Congratulations to the winners. More reason for Tommy to go to the UPS store. Yeah, I hear you, TKE. Jim Cox says, Axial Alpine Fixie in the Beast. Okay, that's what I was looking for. That's the beautiful beast or whatever it is. And the Axial Alpine with a Jim Cox designed clip printed by Morgan. There's edge time with a hinder. Matt Morris is definitely the stand. Yeah, there's I've got them sitting all over the place. I love them. Jumped in. Delta says Robin HMC is no joke. Mind of Milton, is it your birthday tomorrow? I think I missed something from Mr. Eddie. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Mr. Eddie Oh, that was it. The member for 13 months. Thank you for doing that, Mr. Eddie. I appreciate that. Says Mindy Milton, happy birthday. Hope you like your gifts tomorrow. Very cool. And it may or may not be Milton's birthday tomorrow. I can't remember. All right. Mindy Milton said we all got into Vulcan because of Meg. Absolutely. Jim says I should change the clip out for one that isn't a second. That's Monday. Okay. Jim Cox says my birthday was a couple of days ago and TK didn't send me a card. Ooh. Happy belated birthday there, Jim. All right, so that's the Hinder that Edge Time posted. Nice blade shape. I would carry that, I believe. And then Mr. Eddie has one up here. And that is a Pat Hammond. And it's for sale if you're interested. Contact Mr. Eddie. That's a very nice looking knife. Those scales are really cool. Santa Fe, Texas. Very cool. Apex Carry says, hey, that's familiar. Jim says it was good. I did what any old dude would do, drove around getting free birthday food via food ordering apps. Oh, me. Robin says you got to get a better picture of that scale, Mr. Eddie. I missed that thing a little bit. Illuminati, have a good one, sir. Mindy Milton says Pat Hammond is not cheap. Oh, man. All right, you guys, I do not know how it ended up past 11, but I am tired. And I think it's time to wrap this one up. And really appreciate you guys. Thank you to all the members that were here tonight. And congratulations to the winners of both the member giveaway as well as the participant giveaway. And Dog One says, just been Vulcaning and been over there looking at the Vulcan knives, I suppose. Mr. Eddie says he's done with knives and he's going to think going to try to my boss is sending me messages at 11 o'clock at night. He's trying to whittle down his collection, I think. Thank you, Dog One, dude. Really appreciate that. Mo Patty's saying she needs a way to get some more money. Oh, he's Robin, I think he's selling a bunch of stuff. So, Jim Cox, if you've got some skateboard decks, he might do some trading for those. All right, you guys, I really appreciate you. It's been fun, chaotic at times, but really fun. Really appreciate y'all getting on here and hanging out for a few minutes. Appreciate all the members. Appreciate all the subscribers as well. We are slowly but surely getting closer to that 1,500 mark where we'll give away a few knives, including the TRM. And I'm not even showing the down. I'm not even on the desktop mic or desktop camera, but the TRM Holier Nerd. So there's Donnie. Hey, Donnie. Hope you're doing well. We're getting closer to doing the giveaway, and for 1,500, not quite there yet, but it's getting there. And yes, y'all give Mind of Milton a big happy birthday for next week. There's Donnie. Jim says if I still had my board, that wouldn't be anything he would want. They didn't make them in 76 like they do now. I don't think I ever had a skateboard. Well, I didn't have anywhere to ride a skateboard. We lived up a gravel driveway, so we had bikes, but no skateboards. J Course Cadden said, "Would you just hurry up and get to 1,500 already?" I know it's slowly going. There's Stevie. We've got bunch, and it just jumped like crazy. It just went nuts, but it didn't go nuts the right way. Let's see. Having to switch over to a different screen and figure out where I was at. J. Corscan said, "Would you hurry up and get to 1,500 already?" I know, man. I'm trying. I need to do some verticals or something to do that. I was trying to do the dual vertical and all, and there's Fred the Lug comes in here. Man, we're fixing to shut down, and Donnie comes in here. Um, Stevie comes in here. Fred comes in here. Wow, went nuts. All right. Matt Moore says, "I want one of those new TRM autos in that new blue titanium version they have." Saw Casey short of those and was blown away by how perfect those are. I I think I may have seen that when we were up in at TRM last year. I think he was working on those, if I'm not mistaken. Fred may remember better than that. Did I miss something here? I did. This other one wasn't on live chat, so I think I did miss some stuff here. All right. And then Fred said, "Just got up dinner. Sorry we're late. No worries." Fred says Hayden ground his first blade today. That's very cool. I'm afraid if I tried to do that, it wouldn't go well at all. Uh, it wouldn't. Uh, and some of these knives that I've seen that are super thin, it you got to have some calculations going on there to keep from having um, keep from going directly through the blade. Uh, Milton, I think they're probably working with somebody, and he got to help do the grinding. Yep, that's what I was thinking, Fred. Probably helping a maker, if I had to guess, Milton. But very cool. All right, you guys. I hate to all you guys just coming in, but I am whooped, and I still got to um, test. I got to throw some um, clothes in the dryer. We just got the dryer, and I haven't ran anything in it yet. So did a load of towels because if it messes those up, I ain't worried so much about that. But I haven't been able to wash clothes all week, so I need to get some clothes in the washing machine. I really appreciate everybody coming by here. Hope to see a lot of you uh, in Atlanta. Lord willing, I'm making the plans to go there, and hope to see a bunch of you there. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening, what's left of it. Have a wonderful rest of your week. It's almost the weekend, and hope to see y'all again next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope y'all all have a good rest of your day. Thank y'all. Have a good night.